What to draw? Okay. So, just unwinding after a day of working in the yard and stuff. Need to get some drawing in. I'm all scratched up, though. Jesus. Well, what should we draw? I think I've got the tone paper. I just feel like drawing on tone for a bit. I've been doing a lot of 5x7s on white. So, sorry about that. So, yeah, royalty free music playing in my ear, so if nobody joins me, it's all cool. I still got something to listen to. StreamYard's running. All right, let's see what we can draw. What to draw? Miss Marvel was announced. Cast Miss Marvel. We draw some Miss Marvel. With their huge fist. What turned in? Well, I see I have some watchers. Who's here? I'm just trying to relax after working in the yard all day. So figured I'd start off. This is my warm-up sketch. We're starting off with Miss Marvel. And then just hanging out. If you want to talk about anything or unwind after a day like mine, you're welcome to bring up whatever you want to talk about. You can join me in the stream if you want. Here is the link. Chat. Hello. Check a reference real quick and look at Miss Marvel's costume. Kind of excited that Miss Marvel, the live action Miss Marvel, was cast. And a virtual unknown, which I think is a good idea. So we'll see how that goes. So I knew there was kind of a lightning bolt thing. I just can't remember how the pattern went. Let's see. Okay. If you ever read the Miss Marvel comics, like I said, I'm pretty excited about it. It's, I think it's good that we have heroes from a different background. And if you've ever read her, you know, she's kind of an old school throwback in the sense that, you know, she's wants to be a good hero, not we get these very angsty heroes these days that, you know, kind of bugs me. Just warm up sketching Miss Marvel. You're going to talk to me tonight? You can talk about whatever you want, you know. Talk about stuff going on in the news or what you've been watching. Or, hey, there's Tracy. Tracy?
Hello.
Who's that? Doing some wood cutting?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So no particular theme tonight, Tracy. I'm just hanging out.
I think I'll have to go whenever dinner's ready, but yeah, so and then probably after that I might be back or something.
All good. How you been doing?
Okay. Not much.
So what would you like to talk about tonight?
I just wanted to just hang around, kind of like it's the quiet Tracy tonight.
Okay. Well, those of you in the chat, or those of you watching, if you got something you want to talk about, throw it out there.
Yep.
Or because I don't have any theme tonight or anything, if you'd like to see something drawn, you could throw it in the chat and I might take a shot at it. I like puns and old dad jokes, so try me.
How's your woodworking going?
Well, I haven't done any. Well, I guess the only thing I did with wood today was cutting some edging for we're pouring some rocks into an area, so I just had to cordon off in a section of the yard. So not really anything constructive.
A little bit at a time. I saw that gravel video he posted.
Yeah, that's what I was cordoning a section off for. I think it's, although the plan may have changed on me, but that was going to be where I was going to pour the gravel. which is life. A lot of moving targets.
Yep. How did you do at online KawaiiCon, if you'd like to share?
Well, considering I didn't really think I'd sell anything, I guess, I did better than I thought. Yeah, I had three sales and one commission.
Oh, that's good.
But again, like I said, I wasn't expecting to do anything, so.
Is the commission of a fan art?
That was that Star Trek or Star Wars poster that I posted.
Oh, okay.
That was the commission. I feel like I'm dehydrated.
Yeah, that's easy to do in this heat.
Yeah, it's been miserable humid here in Hawaii. I don't know where the rest of you are at, but Tracy and I are in Hawaii. And doing yard work in the heat and humidity is not fun.
Oh, that's why I've been hiding from yard work, because it's too hot for me to function.
It's not an option for me.
I like cold weather.
Are you into the Marvel movies, Tracy?
Yeah. I just don't read the comics. I watch most of the movies.
Are you interested in all of in the Miss Marvel casting news that came out?
That's the Kamala Khan one, right?
Yep. That's who I'm drawing.
I forgot who they got for her.
Some unknown.
You know, that's good. You can try new people. See if they'll surprise you instead of the same old faces.
Yeah, I was kind of glad they went with an unknown.
Like, what's his face in Spider-Man's pretty entertaining. The Hawaii kid.
Artildawn, I think.
Yeah. Did they push back, what's it called?
Everything's pushed back.
Eternals?
Everything is pushed back. You work in the movie theaters, you should know.
I am not updated with what they're doing.
Kamala says hi, Tracy.
Hello. If you want to join, please do. This is my tired voice. I didn't get much sleep.
My voice is just dried out. Yeah, I've got my drink on the side here. So,
I'm always like... Sorry, what?
So I'm setting up an interview for later in the... Well, not an interview, but just kind of a chat session later in the month for a couple of the alumnus of San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They were there for the first ones, and I think that should be fun.
Yeah. I haven't done interviews in a while.
Not really an interview, just kind of a discussion.
Okay.
Tom says he wants to watch tennis so bad, but it's only in theaters. And still paranoid about going to the theater. Yeah. We don't have a drive-in here, do we?
Well, now they're not allowing any food or drinks, so there's that.
Tennis not one that I need to see. I can kind of wait till it's out on video.
And then there's going to be the Marvel TV shows, right?
Yeah, this will be.
Unless those are pushed back to record them.
Well, that's mainly what's going to be holding Marvel over until the theaters open up again. So the Charlotte Witch and Vision will be coming out before the year is over. I still think Falcon and Winter Soldier will be this year. Loki, I don't think it's until next year though.
No, that's 2021.
Let's see. I'm gonna put some shade in this one.
Anybody on StreamYard looking?
Anybody in StreamYard looking what?
At the stream.
Nobody's in the stream with us, if that's what you mean.
No, on StreamYard. Not StreamYard, the other one, Twitch.
Nobody looking on Twitch so far.
Okay.
Tom Wella is watching on Facebook. I'm not sure who else is watching on Facebook.
See anything new on Netflix?
I watched Enola Holmes.
Oh, I think my mom watched that.
It's okay. Not great, but good enough. Nice diversion. Billy Bobby Brown does a good job.
Oh, what? She the star?
Yeah, she plays the titular Enola Holmes. Topic somewhere. Shading. It's not gray. Peach will do.
I'm just working on my supposed daily drawings, except I'm way too slow. It takes 2 days to do a drawing.
Yeah, I'm not playing this year for the Drawloween or Sketchtober or
the Tobers.
Yeah, it's like I've done them in the past, but it just feels like pressure. And I've got enough. I've been drawing enough that I don't need the motivation to draw other stuff. You know what I mean? I do the streams, about once a week. get my drawing time in. So I just kind of don't feel like I need to sketch photos for the Halloweens. I haven't used my focus for so long. I got them way off to the side, but I can't access them. I'm trying to do watercolors to get prepped for conventions. So I'm just in the sketch mode here. Wheel the focus over. Let's see. Full color. Oops. Shoot. That's supposed to be blue. Do you hate when you do that? Put the wrong color down?
I haven't done traditional in a while. I really should. What I have to stop doing is relying on color picking with the dropper tool too much and just eye it. Or that's something you should do.
Well, if you're trying to match a color, then there's nothing wrong with using the eye. All right, here's my warm-up. What's next? What should we draw now?
What are you drawing?
I don't know. What's any suggestions in the group? Chat. Let me see. Kamwala asks, have you guys watched Raised by Wolves on HBO Max? I have not. Tracy, have you watched Raised by Wolves? Oh, Tracy dropped out.
My internet.
Tracy, you dropped out. Kamwala's asking, have you watched Raised by Wolves?
No. Is it like a TV show? Movie?
Something on HBO Max. I haven't watched it, so I'm not sure.
I don't have HBO. I have Netflix and Hulu, so whatever's there is usually there.
Just in case. Obi-Wan is not this year. I don't think it's even started yet, Kamwala. Almost says he's watching Long Way Up on Apple TV and just finished Raised by Wolves. Oh, and when the street lights go out, which is a Quibi show. I don't have Quibi.
Who said that?
Kamwala.
Oh. Quibi. Quibi. Shade this.
Okay, let's see. What do I feel like drawing now?
Any suggestions in the chat?
Yeah. Well, there's nobody really watching, so just Kamwala and you, I think. Stylus. Yeah, Nola Holmes was good. What else have I been watching? I haven't really been watching much. Watch got me doing work, and then I just watch YouTube. I'm not paying attention to any of the presidential COVID news now because let's just wait to see what happens in 2 weeks and go from there. It's either going to be bad or it's going to be not so bad. We'll see. No sense getting, you get these news breaks up to the news flash, and it's nothing. It's like, we'll just see in 2 weeks what happens. Until then, there's no point paying attention to it. Well, let's see. Casey, give me an anime character. I need to practice my anime.
Today was like newsflash. His heart rate went up or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If he actually has it, the medical condition, it could be up and down from hour to hour, so there's no sense paying attention to it. So check back in 2 weeks and find out what the aftermath is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll draw All Might. How about that? Sounds fun, right? All Might.
Trying to think of things. It's a slow brain today.
Yeah,
All Might. No, try draw skinny All Might.
Skinny All Might.
Yeah,
all Whip.
Let me Google it.
What would you call a skinny All Might?
Just regular All Might. Go Google it. Skinny All Might.
No, if I'm gonna draw it, I'll draw based on the costume.
But he has a real version where he's skinny All Might.
Well, then we'll see how close mine is without looking at it.
Okay, actually, that's kind of funny. That's almost like that challenge you tried with the descriptions.
Yeah. Do you ever watch Draw Off?
No.
They're so like this month they've been doing, or last month I should say, they were doing drawing like strangers, like they have people come in and all you can hear is the voice, based on how they sound and what very scant physical descriptions you get. Basically, it's ethnicity and sex, and that's about it.
That's Any fun results from that?
But you like listen to people's inflection, like this guy sounds like he smiles when he talks, so you can try and draw that.
That's kind of fun, actually. Or like I think it's again it's like I guess that's a white guy. Then you bring someone from Hawaii, that's a guy speaking pidgin. Just draw him in like an aloha shirt or something.
You could try it though if you it's on BuzzFeed. Draw Off. So that's what I was behind, so I'd watch him and draw along with the the video.
BuzzFeed. I watch certain BuzzFeed things.
I can hear somebody's news in the background.
Yeah, it's my dad's news. Reporting on President Trump's health and regular Hawaii news, which it is. Skinny almost.
I figure you still got to have the cocky attitude, right?
Sometimes. If the kid makes him happy.
Even in skinny form, he's got to be kind of a cocky character. I think that's at least how I'm envisioning it.
Ever thought of checking out Hero Academy, like actually watching it? It's kind of superhero.
Not really. It's just more than I want to jump into right now.
I watched Avatar so late, Airbender so late. I always said I would get to it, and then everybody who suggested me to watch it was like, yeah, watch it. And I was like, I will, and then I did. But it took like 4 years later.
I kind of like having them have kind of almost the same head size, but then the skinny body.
Yeah, all night. It's so funny.
Should I give him a huge cod piece?
What piece?
Like he's packing.
This is whatever you feel is all mine.
Just about got the costume down.
You ever think of a superpower and you think that, oh, I thought up a neat superpower.
Yeah, I think all the superpowers have been thought of.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be original. It's just one you like that you were like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll use that someday for a thing. I actually have one that but I don't want to share it because if I ever use it, that's actually the only thing I got.
Worries.
It was like, what are other ones I can share?
Justin Ord says, who is this? You mean, who am I drawing, Justin? Sure, I'm understanding the question properly.
Who's in the chat?
Justin Orange.
No, I meant like, is he like who's in the stream, or is it who is he drawing? He is drawing Skinny All Might.
Oh, weird. You must look great on camera. Sorry. Wiggling my fingers around.
My mom and my brother were like watching that new Jurassic Park on Netflix, like really getting into it for some reason. I was like, they started like screaming at the TV. I was like, why? They're like, the kids are in peril. I was like, okay. And then I read reviews after, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty violent for like a children's show.
Yeah, hold on, Justin. There's the one.
I think that as time goes on, there's probably going to be more eyes and that we're going to need the rest of states.
Oh, what's that?
And when people are identified as victims of quarantine, either they can go to jail or they can be sent home. And the problem with putting them in jail is that some point we may run out of space.
Justin, Orange, okay. Hey, Justin.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hello.
No particular Justin is weird stuff.
though I don't recognize the character you're drawing.
My Hero Academia. You're
It's an anime.
Well, that explains it. Anime.
This is he's normally like a big buff guy. So Tracy's he's making me draw the skinny version.
So before steroids.
Sure. It's complicated.
Is he kind of like that character from Big Trouble in Little China where he gets upset, he starts inflating?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Inflating works as the term for what's sort of going on. Oh my god, that's my dad, sorry.
The heck was that?
I said that was my dad, he's old, he makes noise.
You got to worry when there's no noises being made.
Yep.
How's your Halloween party planning going, Justin?
It's going awesomely. I had some stress yesterday. FedEx was supposed to send the trophies that I have sponsored by a local company, and they didn't send them to my house. They said they were delivered at 3 o'clock, but I was actually on my porch for like that hour, and it was never delivered. But today I had some neighbors walking by the house going, "Hey, you're Justin, right?" And I go, "Yeah." They go, "There's a package down the street at a vacant house, and it has your name on it and your address." So I went down there and grabbed it. So at least no one took off with it.
Well, that's amazing that no one took off with it.
Yeah. But they're kind of cool trophies. I'll do a photo shoot or a video of the trophies and post it to kind of advertise, what people could win. But they light up, they transition from like red to all the rainbow colors, and the first one says best overall costume. The second one says best group, and then the third one says best couples, and it goes down from size from overall to couple. And they're not super large, but they don't need to be. I mean, I kind of would love if they were a foot long and whatever, kind of bigger, but at the same time, a trophy is a trophy, and they're not cheap. So I did get the wholesale cost, so I'm happy about that. And technically, I got them for free, so I got it better than wholesale.
That's good. This was a fundraising event, right?
For Tyler Gear Fernand. He was the 15-year-old boy that was skateboarding on, it's called Ohio Street, and he got hit by a truck.
How
and
old
he's doing
is he?
better. One more time.
How old is Justin?
15.
That sucks.
15 years old. Was skateboarding with friends. They have a different story than the police report. The police report's different than what the newspaper published. And it's different than what the local news broadcast published. So contradicting stories. But from the last update I had from his mother, Ashlyn, is that the lady that hit him, her car insurance is suing them for the damage of the vehicle. And she's looking for an attorney. Tyler, he's doing better. But he has a metal rod through his body. He's all patched up, broken femurs, things like that. It was bad. So bad, not to be gruesome or anything like that, but it was so bad that when they were taking him by care flight, his colon was on the street. So they had to pick all of them up and patch them up. And they're looking for a rehab center that's close by. I don't know if they found one quite yet. But the reason they didn't want to use one locally is we have a high spike of corona cases at our rehab area, which is also a nursing home. And it's just a fluke situation that it is so high there. But at the same time, the hospital, our local hospital, anytime they get a COVID patient, they send them to the nursing home. So it doesn't help anybody there. All the nurses there basically have had COVID already and have recovered, and they're back to work.
That sucks. What are they out against the nursing homes?
Don't know. But a local doctor friend of mine, I just found out from her father, she has COVID. So it's not like people can't get it, but people can recover from it. And some people just can't. And it's terrible that they put it in a nursing home.
Hard to hear that.
Yeah. But today I picked up $100 worth of gift certificates from a local restaurant. Yesterday I picked up gift certificates from a different restaurant, $60 worth. And those are going to be basically used as prizes for the costume contest to go with the trophies. And they will all, the ones that are I'm gathering a bunch of them from a bunch of different restaurants, and I'm gonna put them together, the leftovers together as a silent auction item.
Okay. When is the event?
On Halloween.
I said I would send you some art. I just haven't gotten around to drawing it yet. So.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'll put them on the table. I am gonna let Tyler see what the items are on the table and let him pick one item that's not going to go for auction, so he can actually just have it as a gift. But I'm hoping that Robert England is supposed to possibly send a autographed Freddy glove.
Oh, cool.
So if he asks for that, I mean, I'd gladly love to give it to him, but that's a big money maker. That will get a lot of bids if I do receive it, so I might give him some limitation. I reached out to a skateboard company that's local, and they said they will probably create a package. So I'm guessing he'll probably grab that, but at the same time, we don't think he's going to be skateboarding anymore because of the injury. But there's many skateboarders that have gotten equal to worse damage, and years later they grab the board, you know.
Yep. Never know.
Yeah. But when it comes to art, recently I've been painting masks.
How's that going?
I bought a bunch of blank face masks, Halloween masks, blank ones. The kind of plastic kind with the little string that you snap on the back of your head. I bought a bunch of those, and I'm painting them up, and they're on display at the local art gallery for sale. But I'm selling them cheap. I'm selling them for $5 a piece. Cost me $25. Well, it cost me $16 for 25 masks. So it's still, worth it. And all the money that I make with those are going to go to the family too. So. But they're all Halloween related. I'm doing like I did a Freddy, I did a Jason, I did a Leatherface. I'll go back tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, but Tuesday, and I'll finish painting a bunch of the other ones.
What's that noise?
Taking a lighter to some of them and stretching them.
Heard a crash. Oh, that's my mouse. That's what it was. Still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't crash out completely there. Just don't drop my mouse on the floor.
The suit coloring looks good.
Coloring what?
The suit shading dynamic looks pretty good.
Oh.
I actually haven't seen Skinny All Night in that. Wait, no, he wasn't there once. Never mind.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't look at the skinny version. I just went with the big one and put the costume on.
Yeah, I think it's fun to guess.
Costume kind of reminds me of a mixture of Wonder Woman and Nightcrawler and a moose.
Yeah, the hair.
Probably should have said Bullwinkle.
Let's see. Peach.
So over there in Hawaii, did you guys get basically the same Sunday comics in the newspapers as we probably did here in the mainland?
I haven't read a newspaper in years.
Well, I'm referring to probably your childhood, or at least the 80s and 90s.
Well, I didn't grow up in Hawaii, so I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I mean, I got mainland papers, so Tin Can Alley, and Beetle Bailey, and Sad Sack.
Like what things specifically again?
But like we had Blondie, we had Dennis the Menace.
Yeah,
Man, I
there's
can't.
Dennis the Menace and Dilbert and
Yeah, it's still.
what else? Garfield and
A long time ago, I was driving through the town, and the guy that drew Garfield, where he lived, and I stopped at a gas station, and I asked the guy, I was like, "Is this the town where that artist lives and whatever?" And he goes, "Yeah, he's sitting right over there." And I went over to the guy, and the guy's like, "I'm not the artist." He started laughing. I really thought I was getting ready to meet somebody, and I think he told me the guy passed away. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool crap." That was a funny prank, but still, I thought I was going to be like, "Oh, this is awesome," but no.
All right, there's Skinny All Might. What do you think? Does it work? Chun,
Yeah.
Chun grew up here. Chun says, "Yeah, we had the same ones you mentioned here in the local paper for a long time."
Cool.
Thank you,
I don't
Chun.
know if there was like a special Hawaiian comic that we missed out on.
Well,
John's Comics. I'm just kidding.
I mean, the editorial cartoons, because Corky Trinidad, you wouldn't know him. He was a local cartoonist. He did stuff for the newspaper, but John, can you speak to that? Did you read Corky stuff?
Jerry.
Mhm.
All right, what do I draw now?
Did you want to compare
Elvira.
the Skinny?
Oh, I don't know. Should I? Let me see.
Yes,
Skinny
go
All Might.
Google Skinny All Might.
Skinny All Might.
Are you on a certain comic or a certain show right now?
Oh no, I'm just drawing. Okay,
I would
so
love
he's
to see how you would draw Elvira.
Elvira. Okay. So the Skinny All Might. I don't know. He's got no nose.
Yeah, he's got no nose all of a sudden. So basically, the All Might that you see, it's a front to hide that he's dying.
I think
So
I like
he's-
my Skinny All Might better.
So he says it's the same as like sucking in your gut at the pool. When he becomes bigger, All Might. So he's like holding in his breath, like when he's like smiling like that.
Elvira. Let's see. Mistress of the Dark. I've heard her in an interview. She's a really good interviewer.
She's an awesome person to hang out with. She really is. When she's out of costume, it's the same voice because she kind of puts on more of a Valley Girl style talk when she's her character, but you give her one of her cocktails, she'll start all the time talking like Elvira. She truly is Elvira. Elvira's just a costume she puts on, and she's still the same person. When I had my TV show on public access, I was Dr. Dark. That's why it says Justin Dark Ward. I still go by Justin Dark as a stage name. But when I started the show, I did a backstory for my character, and I said that he was the son of a creep, and his mother was a mistress. And when I met Cassandra for the first time, I explained to her the backstory, and I was sitting there having a drink with her, and she said she felt honored. And she said, just keep it vague, because it's not just her that owns the character, but like people look for things. And she was like, I'll protect you, and whatever, if it comes back my way. So that's like super kind of her. And nothing really left my town because I didn't really have a fan base and I didn't put anything online, which was probably stupid of me at the time. But, Facebook was still pretty new to me, and YouTube seemed too complicated, and trying to balance, a public access show and then transfer things online. And I wasn't trying to gather a fan base per se, but it would have been nice to have one. I think I had a total of 3 fans. So. But she's sending autographs for the auction, the silent auction. So
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Sometimes she'll set, like if there's a charity event going on, she has so much artwork that fans have sent. She'll sign sometimes the artwork and send it out to a charity event with permission from the artist. And it raises good money because some people do like oil paintings of her because of her fan base is gigantic. And yeah, she has a Halloween song I'll be posting soon called My Two Pumpkins. And I post it every year, but I try to get it as close to Halloween as possible because people are more willing to laugh about her innuendo,
Anybody else pop in, or did Tracy drop again? Tracy dropped again.
Oh, my internet is fantastic tonight.
Yeah. Aloha, Nobu. Nobu is watching. We're just just a chill session tonight, Nobu. No topic. So let me see. I gotta get my big Sharpie. I think there's a lot of black with draw Elvira. Okay. Where's my fat Sharpie? Like I said, I haven't used markers in so long. I don't know where all my stuff is now. Fat marker.
So she does these celebrity photo ops at conventions, and I work conventions, so I usually get the free photo ops with groups of celebrities if I want them. Normally, I pass them off to like a super fan that says, "Oh, I wish I could do that." And I hear them, and I'm like, "Here you go. Here's a pass." And they're like, grateful. She was going to do a costume appearance, and I was expecting the costume that you're basically drawing. And when I got to the event, to the photo shoot, she was wearing the same costume that she wears in a car scene where she wears sunglasses, and I didn't like it. I didn't like her costume, but we were getting ready to take the photo, and she was drinking a bottle of water, and she sat the bottle of water behind the couch we were sitting on, and her breast popped out. And I didn't see it, but like everybody that was behind the camera just starts like smirking and laughing, and she was just like, "Oh, we can't take that photo." And then she turns to me and she's like, "Oh, I bet you wish we could have took that photo, don't you?" And I'm like, "What happened?" And she told me, and I'm like, kinda, you know, like not in a perverse way, but like I'd be like the only person with a picture of Elvira with a boob popped out. That'd been fun. But it didn't happen. But still, yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Did she laugh about it?
Yeah, she couldn't like. Yeah, she laughed about it pretty good. She's not embarrassed about her body whatsoever, but she's not the type of person to be nude in public or anything like that. But costume malfunction, it happens, especially if you have plunging necklines.
I gotta go now, so that I wanted to show what I worked on today,
Okay.
which I'm
Well,
still
when we get
working on.
register.
I recognize that.
Yeah, I drew my character dressed up as Goku because that's his favorite character. My own characters can have favorite characters, apparently.
Oh, that was awesome.
And tracing.
Oh,
Infinite screen.
thank you. Yeah. This is only
Alright,
my
Tracy.
second day of challenging myself to draw, so let's see where it goes.
All right.
Okay, bye. And have a good night, everybody. Bye.
You too. Hope I didn't weird her out with that story, but it truly happened.
Nah, Tracy's fine.
First time I met her, she was out of her costume. She's just, dressed in normal gear. And I gave her, as a gift, these vintage spider earrings that were from the 1920s. And she loved them. And she was like, "Oh, thank you so much. I'll probably wear them tonight." And I was like, "That's cool. Whatever." Not expecting her to actually do it, but she's a person of her word. And I came back to the table and I didn't see her. So I saw her manager and I asked her manager, like, "So is she wearing those earrings?" And I didn't realize she was standing right in front of me. And she's not a tall lady, very petite, and at least compared to me. And she turned around, she was wearing the earrings and gave me a hug. And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. So that's the first time I met her. And then later on, I had drinks with her and told her about my character. So she loved it. She does wear unique makeup when it comes to around her eyes as Elvira. And a lot of people that are fans try to do it to look like her. And they not necessarily fail, but they don't have the accuracy that she does. But it's cool. I get a kick out of seeing people's cosplay of Elvira. Even when she's not at a convention, people are dressed up as Elvira. Men and women.
Well known, no doubt about that. some blue. Right. All right, Elvira.
That is awesome.
Sketch mode.
Well, it looks like my 5-year-old is awake, and it is 1:15, and she's got school in the morning, so I need to try to get her to bed.
All right, no worries. John said there was a Hawaiian themed comic strip a while back by local artist Solomon Evans.
Wonder what that is. All right, well, hey, you have a great one.
Okay.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Everybody hear about his chickens now. Anybody have a suggestion on some of the draw? Got no agenda tonight, just chilling. So if you got something, now's the time. Put some music on. No one's going to talk to me. While I figure out what to draw next. Let's see. So we've done Miss Marvel, a skinny version of All Might, Elvira. Let me do something else. Halloweeny. Some kind of pumpkin head dude. How about that? Kind of close should pumpkin dude have? Some kind of jacket. T-shirt. One of the nice things about just being in sketch mode, I don't have to worry about accuracy so much. So who's still here? Buddy, all alone now? Still here. Nobu is still here. So what are you doing these days, Nobu, to keep yourself entertained? I have no idea what the heck that is, but pumpkin dude. Orange. The orange is dried out. Jesus, the tip is hard. There, looks like. Off to the side. There's a peach. There we go. That's orange. Nobu says, been sewing lately. Also just started drawing out the story of one of my plush characters I made for my son. Oh, that's cool. How's that going? Is the sun helping you? Dark orange or brown maybe for it's slow, but I've been sitting on the story for 10 years. All right. Well, at least you're doing something, man. Like I have no motivation to make a comic or tell a story. Like I want to have a comic, but I don't want to put in the work. So I know I have the ability, I just don't have the drive. So we'll see. Maybe when I'm fully retired, I'm not doing the Navy thing anymore. What color should his shirt be? Anybody? Maybe a little t-shirt hanging out. You guys figured that out? It's a yellow in the eyes. I think I want some yellow in the pumpkin too. Green for the stem thingy on the top. All right, no suggestions on shirt color. Let's go with pink. Hopefully this pumpkin dude is secure in his masculinity. Pink shirt. Give him some blue jeans. Rolling with the pen that's not dead. Pumpkin dude. What now? Give me something to draw. Challenge me. Go ahead. Forgot how fast I can be with these markers. Sketch me. Malcon. Skinny All Might. Lyra. And random pumpkin dude. What now? Okay, that was suggested. No, killing me. How often you get to make an artist draw whatever you feel like? All right, let's see. What can I think of? Just draw some monster thingies. Some shambling. Trying to get in the Halloween spirit. Let's see. Give them multiple heads. Shoulder over here. Maybe another shoulder over here. Shoulders there. Nice. Monstery things can be. Maybe some horns. Kind of like the idea that the horns from one head are poking the eye of the other head. So, yeah, no idea what the heck I'm drawing. Hey, what the heck this is? Got one up front first because he'd be overlapping the other two. Kind of like cat dog, they're like connected at the torso. So again, if anyone wants to join in the stream, I'll drop the link into the chat if anybody wants to join in. Since y'all aren't talking to me on the chat, maybe you'll come in and talk to me in person. Darren asks, have you ever been in a situation where you don't feel like drawing? If you did, what would you do? I think we've kind of covered this before, like artist block stuff, but um, my trick is to have a character that I could draw on autopilot. And for me, that character is usually the Hulk. I don't need to think about the Hulk when I draw him. That's if I'm just sitting down to draw and I can't think of anything or I can't get started. Now there are going to be periods in your life where you're not in the mood to draw, and it's okay. Just take a step back. You know? When those situations arise. But if it's just how do you get yourself motivated to draw something, like I said, my recommendation is to have something you can draw on autopilot that you enjoy drawing, that you don't have to think about. Or just do like this. Like I didn't set out to draw anything here. I'm just like very free form, loose. That's another thing you can do when you don't know what to draw. Just don't set out to draw anything in particular. Just start throwing lines on the paper and see where it goes. So what kind of color scheme can we put on these guys? I just don't want to color them. It's a lot of material, a lot of factor. Let's go with some purple. Purple's not a color you see in people, so you can tell that they're not human. And I can tell you, in my life, I've had lots of periods where I didn't draw for like weeks at a time. And sometimes they were good, It's like you come back and you're re-energized and you just draw furiously for a bit. Sometimes you need those breaks. Now, if you're trying to do professional work, you don't have the option of just saying, I'm not going to do it. That's a different scenario. And that's when it's like good to have, something you can draw on autopilot just to get you in motion. And then once you're in motion, it's easier to stay in motion. It's like Newton's laws of physics, Body in motion tends to stay in motion. Well, if you can get your body in motion by drawing something that you enjoy and you're comfortable with, you can draw very easily and quickly. Once you get that drawing done, then you're easier to jump into whatever it is you're not in the mood to draw. That makes sense? So I finish up this this monster thing. I don't know what the heck this thing is. Anybody has something they'd like to see drawn, let me know in the chat or not drawing anything in particular tonight, so I'm open to requests. Let me step away from the mic for a second. Ooh, excuse me. No, it's not the Rona. I just got the breeze wrong. You get this cold pass, cold cold down your nasal passage. I can still smell. I don't have a very good sense of smell in the best of times. So. Tracy says she didn't draw for a year once. Really, nothing happened. Any other questions? Comments, suggestions, complaints? Complaints for the management? Steve, sorry, Usagi, go ahead. Hey, Michael, how are you doing tonight? I have a question. How much of your drawing can you do or visualize in your mind as you're preparing to start the drawing? It kind of depends on what I'm drawing, Stephen. But I'm not one of those guys that like sees everything in my head like some artists do. So when I'm working on commissions and like paid work and stuff like that, there's a lot of research that goes into it, which is probably not what people want to hear, but because I'm trying to make sure costumes are accurate and it's not. So obviously stuff like that I can't just do off the top of my head. But I think it's kind of the way I was trained too, or I have conditioned myself, not trained so much, but conditioned myself. I don't tend to draw exactly what I see even when I'm looking at stuff. So even if I saw it in my head, I don't think I'd draw it exactly what I saw in my head. I kind of like having a little bit of freedom. Like I'm always amazed when I see those artists that do like photorealistic rendering where it looks just like a photograph. It's amazing technical ability, but it just doesn't look like a lot of fun to do. So I don't know if that's probably not the answer you're looking for, but I don't see it exactly in my head. And even if I did, even if I could see it exactly in my head, I wouldn't draw it that way. So I'm going to sharpen my pencil real quick. Sharpener. All right. Increased the size of my drafting table last week, and now it's hard for me to get there. All my stuff was set up for the smaller sized table. So I'm still getting used to a new setup. Sorry about the grinding noise. I know it's loud in the mic. All right, any other questions? Somebody have a request yet for once I finish with this goofy monster? So I'm just kind of killing time. I've been doing a lot of yard work, so I just felt like I need to draw. Did that answer your question, Usagi Goya? You keep some late hours, man. It's almost 8 o'clock here. can. I gotta work tomorrow, so I can't stay up too late. Little tease for the end of the month. I'm gonna have Greg Kudulian and Phil Ye, who are Comic-Con alumnus, like from the first San Diego Comic-Con. We're gonna I can't reminisce with them, but I'm gonna get them to reminisce about like the early days of San Diego Comic-Con. So that should be fun, man. That's gonna be. I'm still getting the date lined up. Be toward the end of October. Maybe you might even be on Halloween. I don't know. See what the schedule works out for those two gentlemen. All right, Goofy Monster. What's next? You have a suggestion? Questions, comments, complaints? The management is in, so if you have a complaint, I'll take it. I'm so quiet tonight. What to draw? Let's have a Wolverine. I can draw Wolverine, unless somebody's got a suggestion. Hellboy meets the Goon. Hellboy meets the Goon. Let's see. So Hellboy would be taller, I think. You're gonna have to do some looking up on references here, because I know the Goon's got that kind of cap. Hellboy's got. Let me just pull up some references real quick to make sure I'm drawing them. So they're semi-recognizable at least. One of my favorite watercolors I still have. It's a Goon piece. Oh, I should have made him going the other way though. Let me do that now, because the interesting side of Goon is the scar side. So I've got to have him on the right in order to see the scar side of his face. So switch this around. So this is Hellboy, and this is Goon. Goon's got the heavy brows. Cat. Goon has some weed ears. I gotta get a. That is getting short in this pencil. Tell when it doesn't want to advance. There's no lead left. Just looking at Hellboy because I kind of want to draw a more Mignola-esque Hellboy rather than the movie version. And I know the Mignola version has much more exaggerated features. Jamie, I stopped drawing for 3 years one time and nothing really happened too. But somehow I leveled up with watercolor. But sometimes you need the breaks from the art to keep yourself in perspective and come back to it fresh. next convention, I need to put up my goon painting. Need to get some more of these Pentel brush pens. At least the refill cartridges. I've been using these pens because this one and the Kuretake emojis work really well with watercolor. They dry really fast, and you can paint over them almost instantly. Things I found out as I've been working with watercolors. Let's see. Tracy says, lately I feel like I'm getting better at thinking of poses since I've been taking up my unhealthy habit of figure collecting. This isn't advice, probably just a personal quirk. Jamie says, how do you deal with poses? Reference images or freehand or one of them ball jointed dolls? That's for you, Tracy. She says, Tracy, I focused on diving and photography for 3 years. That's why I stopped drawing for a while. Put a little bit of color in there to since we. So, I think there should be some kind of interaction. I see if I'd like have one of them hand a cigarette or a cigar. Goon usually wears like a muscle tee or t-shirt, right? Gray hat. Isn't dead. Okay. You dead ones. Yay, there's a guy that's not dead. All right, Goon meets Hellboy. What's next? Tracy said, exciting, Jamie. Her new fascination with figures is like, I think of poses I would buy. And I'm also constantly looking at new releases. I think I'm subliminally picking up things from just staring at images of. No, that's actually correct. I mean, part of being an artist is just observing things. So, yeah. All right. Let's do one more drawing and we'll call it a night. Come on. What's next? Who's got something? Here's what we've got so far tonight. I started off my warm up with Miss Marvel. And then Tracy asked for a skinny All Might. Now, I don't watch the show, so I didn't realize that he had a skinny alias, which is like a really skinny Johnny Bravo. Elvira. Some pumpkin headed dude. Some crazy monsters. Cowboy meets Goon. All right. Something Halloweenish to draw. I don't know. What do you got Halloweenish? One more drawing in me, then we'll call it a night. Who's got it? Throw something out time, somebody. John J. Murakami and Zori the cat. You actually know how to draw John with Zori. Okay. Let's see. Who's John draw himself? Look at the fat boy. Oops. Rocky. But it's Zori. Zori's got gray patterns. Let's see what's fun here. Job. I'm not going to draw him net straight in his style. Kind of mash up a bit. So look at the photos of John are all like older. Don't have any of the gray hairs. Or we have a long tail or a short tail. Okay. John, I'm sorry in advance. No theme tonight, Jamie. Just John, whatever. Take suggestions from the peanut gallery. Main reason for drawing is just to unwind after working in the yard again. Does it look like John? What do you think? Let's see. He says, I have to say, I have a lot more conscious these days about anatomy and proportion when I'm drawing. That's good. You can be the godfather. Oh, John and Zori. Nope. Usagi, did John mention to you that they just recently watched the television series Samurai Cat on Amazon Prime? I see his Facebook posts, obviously. Oh, darn it. Darn it. I wanted to have the cat's paw day. Okay. Figure out how I can cover that up. Between Elvira and John, I'm going to go through a lot of black tonight. You guys see John in there? Does it look like John? Where's who smile? John's? These are scratches from Zori. So this is an exasperated John. Just a magnum here for a bit, just to cover up some of this. Light red. There's a light red. Check out Zori's patterns again. She's gray, white. Give John some gray hair. All right, John and Zori. Again, John, I apologize, brother. All right. Good night of streaming. We did some Marvel. My warm-up sketch because of the announcement of the casting that they got for the live-action finally. Skinny version of All Might, but not skinny All Might from the anime. The Virus, suggested by Justin Ord. Hawaii style. Keeping in the Halloween theme, some pumpkin-headed dude. And some weird monsters. Actually, one monster since they're all connected. And Misaki Goya, little Hellboy meets the Goon. I want to put some white in his shirt there so people know that's the shirt. And then John and Zori. And I can't say enough, John, I apologize. It was suggested by Misaki Goya, so blame him. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap up for the night. It's 8:36. I got work tomorrow. I'm going to grab a quick bite to eat and go to bed. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for giving me stuff to draw. Just to pass the time. See you guys around. Aloha.